So it's 4:30ish again, and it's actually nice and peaceful. Obviously, it's load shedding, but beside the the constant noise of the generators, it's actually quite peaceful. One can hear the birds and the crickets and what wildlife is left. And sitting out here at this time of the morning gives you some peace of mind, perhaps. Gives you some indication, or some, whether it's false or not is, I don't think, relevant. Maybe some sense of hope that not everything is completely broken, that the sun will still rise and all of that. Yeah. There's a poem, Desiderata, from 1927, I think, written by Max Ehrmann. I can't remember. And the first line of that goes something along the lines of, "Go placidly amid the noise and haste, and remember what peace there may be in silence." Now, if you consider that that was written in 1927, you would do well to think about the fact that throughout history we have had chaos. It seems as though you're born onto this planet, and the planet seems to have been at war constantly. There seems to have been this constant struggle this constant competition, this constant deception. And it brings to mind my thoughts on everything being a distraction. You will have come across, I'm sure you will have come across, people talking about this being a simulation. And you might listen to that and think, well, what next? Is the earth flat? Or something like that, something absurd. But if you give it some serious consideration, it leads to more things that require to be thought and analyzed, and it brings you back around to a point of wondering what the competition is about. What is it in humans that makes them want to compete and deceive and constantly distract in an attempt to get ahead of the next person? Anyway, not quite sure why I'm rambling on about this stuff this morning. Early mornings are good times to cogitate and consider all of these things, or I find them so anyway. Maybe it's because it's before the distractions of the day start, and maybe there's an hour or two of peace where your thoughts can be your own and not ruled by something else, not directed by somebody else's thinking. Some advice: don't let people distract you. Don't let the day distract you. Get up early, start thinking for yourself. And there are going to be distractions that you can't avoid, but consider them when you come across them throughout your day. Because if you are thinking actively about your day and how you're going about it, and how your plans are not being controlled by somebody else, something else, someone else's circumstance or situation, if your plans are being controlled by you, chances are you're going to get just that little bit ahead. So, wake up early, start thinking,